Hello my friends, it's Solar System, that's SISTIM, and I'm coming at you with the game that inspired this channel's namesake. Getting the formalities out of the way, I am the owner and curator of Let's Play Homeworld Remastered.com, so feel free to travel there and bookmark it. The computer I'll be playing Homeworld Remastered on is a Core i3 machine with 8GB RAM, a Samsung 120GB hard drive, and a Radeon R290X 3GB GPU. If you're watching this on Cameron McCloskey's YouTube channel, please be aware that all subsequent Homeworld videos will be published on the Let's Play Homeworld Remastered YouTube page. Now, my interest in Homeworld goes back to its launch, September 28, 1999. And yes, I had to look that up. The only game I actually remember the date on which I purchased it was StarCraft, released March 31st, 1998, and so began my exhaustive love affair with real-time strategy gaming. I think at the time I was running a solo Pentium 2 processor at 266 or 300 MHz, and if I recall correctly, I was running an enormous 768 MB of RAM with an 8 MB ATI Rage 2 AGP video card. Nonetheless, Homeworld ran just fine and I fell head over heels for the game. The only thing that kept me coming back to StarCraft was its easily accessible and very competitive multiplayer. Which brings me to my first point. Back in the day, GameSpy Arcade was a bit fiddly to use, and even with my burgeoning technical skills at the time, it seemed I would never master it. The only other option was to play on a LAN or poke a hole in one of the few and comparatively basic firewalls available at the time, and dial-up performed horribly. So, with Gearbox now re-releasing the game, I have it on good authority that a multiplayer mode will be integrated into the game, possibly within Steam, greatly broadening multiplayer accessibility. Most likely it will be peer-to-peer, since you'll rarely see a game over, 4 players? While I like the idea of having server-based multiplayer, peer-to-peer seems perfectly reasonable considering the environment multiplayer games are likely to take place. In addition, peer-to-peer multiplayer tends to extend the life of the game since the publisher producing the game isn't burdened with maintaining game servers for years or decades. I still remain concerned. I've been waiting for this re-release for a long time, and I'm not interested in seeing the multiplayer aspect take a nosedive because of poor infrastructure or botched design. So, let's make it happen, Gearbox. Other concerns? Not many. Gearbox Software has graced us with the likes of Brothers in Arms, Counter-Strike, and Half-Life. The only real mark on their record, as far as I can recall, is Aliens Colonial Marines, which had the potential to breathe new life into the Aliens franchise, but instead gave us limited insight into a rich universe and mediocre gameplay. I don't know this for a fact, but I do research on games before I purchase them, and the general consensus was to give it a pass, so I did. Moving on. Now, I hear the Homeworld Remastered Collection will push beyond 4K resolution. While 4K is 3840 by 2160, the new release can be pushed to 5120 by 2880, which is great in and of itself. Not that my computer will be able to push that kind of resolution, but more importantly to me, it inspires confidence in that however they've remastered the game, it won't quickly become as limited as the original did. I remember how gorgeous the game was back in the day, and I can't wait to get my hands on it again just to enjoy the new visuals. It is my intention to cover the game front to back, but I can't help thinking that instead I'll get lost in the storyline and visuals again and not move forward with anything productive. I remember starting the game regularly back when it worked on any contemporary PC, and sometimes not even pushing forward through the campaign simply because I didn't want it to end. Maybe now, being older and wiser, that won't happen, but I have a nagging suspicion that it might. Just a bit. So, in closing, I hope to hear from you. I will be producing Let's Plays, but I have a whole channel dedicated to nothing but Homeworld. What other content do you want to see? I have some ideas also, so lay yours on me as well. This has been Solar System. Good day, and good hunting.